He's coming back to New Orleans in July 19th. It's going to be my final fight.
Yo, how are you guys doing? I'm doing good. And today we got some news. I'm not going to say it's some crazy news, but we got some fights announced. We got Holloway versus Poirier 3. This is one that we've kind of been expecting, I'm not going to lie. That's why I'm not going to say it's crazy news. Good fight though, still crazy fight. Dustin's 2 up on him, but I'm still interested in it, not going to lie. Neither one of these guys are going to the canvas unless somebody's getting knocked out. I'll show you how that shit got announced right now. And we also got some other fights that I'll get into in a minute. But yeah, first off we got Holloway versus Poirier 3, bruh. Now, you know what? Here, I'll show you how this shit got announced.
A massive announcement to make as well with the city of New Orleans and yourself, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we're coming back to New Orleans. The UFC's coming back to New Orleans in July 19th. It's going to be my final fight. I'm going to lay the gloves down in Louisiana where it all started for me. The whole journey started there. And I'm just honored to have the UFC on the same page and the state of Louisiana on the same page to make all this work. I didn't know if it was going to all come together, but it did. July 19th. Me and Max Holloway are going to fight 5 rounds main event pay-per-view for his current BMF title.
Alright, bro, so there it is, you heard it. July 19th, UFC 318 is going to be Dustin Poirier's retirement fight. Sad to see, to be honest, because if you look over here, bro, Poirier, Gaethje, Oliveira, Holloway, we got to enjoy them while they're still here. That's facts, bro. It can't be more facts. I was going to say, low-key, if, like, Holloway gets chinned in this fight, I was going to say he needs to retire, too, until I remember that it was Poirier's retirement fight. And obviously, you don't want to make it a sob fest and, like, all about yourself type shit. But bro, if Holloway gets chinned in this fight, if Ilya cracked the code and then Poirier cracks him, bro, and we see Holloway flatlined again, to be honest, I don't know who you give him. I guess he sticks around for one more. You give him a Dan Hooker fight, that'd be crazy, that'd be fireworks, and I think that'd be a good fight to end off on, bro, because I don't know, unless he gets flatlined by fucking Dan Hooker too, bro, but then you gotta call it quits, you know? I don't see that shit happening, but I'm just saying in the worst timeline of ever, bro, like, that's, you know. Who do I want to win, bro? Really, I have no fucking idea. I like them both. I really wish they could both win. I guess Holloway, just so he can at least be 1-2 on Poirier, and, you know, at least retain the BMF title and at least come back. But also, you want to see Poirier go out on a win, man. Like, come on, dude. Come on, dude. What you talking about, dude? You know I'm leaving on a win, dude. Don't catch the chickens just yet, dude.
Don't count them chickens, though. You know what I mean?
You know he's leaving on a win. Or at least he wants to. UFC, I don't know even who the UFC would want to fucking win. Probably Holloway, because he's not the one leaving and he could actually like stick around and be promotable if he gets a win off of Poirier. I'm still gonna be excited for this shit, man. I'm still gonna watch this shit, not gonna lie. Let me know what you guys think how this fight goes. Fuck, I don't even know, bro. Hopefully Holloway decision. I guess that's what I'm gonna hope for. I don't want to see either one get knocked out necessarily. Hopefully a big moment. Hopefully somebody gets rocked. Hopefully some wars, some scraps, but I'm just gonna hope for a Holloway decision here. Besides that, we got Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes announced. Originally, I was thinking Bahamondes. I don't think that this is. I think it's gonna be a war. I don't think it's gonna be necessarily like a Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald kind of war. But I do think that this is like an Esteban Ribovic, fucking who did he fight? Oh, Daniel Zohuber, Esteban Ribovic, like in the Sphere card. I think it's gonna be that kind of war. I think it's just gonna be scraps, big moments for both guys. I do, however, think that Fiziev's gonna chew him up with the kick still when he's coming in. I think that's just kind of gonna be the story of the fight. Not too much else to say besides that. I think I'm gonna go Fiziev by like probably long, grueling fucking decision. Yeah, we're just backing up with them kicks, to be honest. Yo, I'm actually excited for this next one though. We got Mateusz Gamrot versus Ludovic Klein. And yo, I'm actually kind of fucking hyped for this. I can't lie, bro. Like, I think if it was anybody else, I'd be like really scared because Gamrot's obviously just a ground game. He's like a fucking I don't know, bro. Gamrot's just got like ground game. It's like he's like a gelatin Almeida but for lightweight. Like his striking is really not all that, but the ground game is just scary as fuck no matter who you are. He beat Arman Sarukian, so you know he's got to be good. With that being said though, I do think if Klein can negate that, then I do think Klein gets this shit done by KO. I'm not gonna say vicious KO, like the UFC hates Gamrot, Klein is done, you know, vicious KO. This is what I saw. I'm not gonna agree with this, but like, I do think Klein is done. I also can't agree with this because I do think Klein can negate it if he's locked in focus, has a good camp, and I do see Klein getting this shit done by like TKO, maybe not flatline, but like I see him getting it done by TKO. Last up, the last fight that I'm going to cover, the last one that I saw announced was for June 7th. I think this is International Fight Week, no? Am I tripping? I don't know. Yeah, but Spivak versus fucking... Oh, no, UFC 316. What the hell?
Bruh.
Anyways, yo, we got Spivak versus Waldo Cortez Acosta. Like I said, last fight I'm gonna cover, I see this kind of being like the same as that last fight with Decline and Gamrot. It's literally like Layer and Prayer versus Waldo Cortez Acosta, who I think is good striking, not the best ground game, good head movement. I think he's definitely like the best heavyweight coming up that's like through that 7 through like 15 range right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro, your safest is probably Spayback decision, but my heart wants to say Waldo Cortez Acosta because I am kind of rooting for him on the way up right now. And then after this, bro, maybe you give him a Volkov or something because he'll be a good name coming off of another good name, have some hype behind him at that point. And then Volkov, bro, he needs something good. I don't think he's booked yet, but I don't believe he's booked. But yeah, Volkov is looking for something after that fucking Cyril Gane loss where they robbed him. He needs something good. If he can beat a guy with some hype, that will put him right back in there versus maybe Tom or, you know, somebody, maybe another Cyril Gane rematch. Doesn't really matter though, because however this whole heavyweight picture like plays out, I still think that Tom reigns supreme. Yeah, man, the only heavyweight fight that I think I really give a fuck about, that I think any of us really give a fuck about, is John versus Tom. Like, that's the one that we want, that's the one that we need. But yeah, man, besides that, that's all the fights that I got. That's all the fights that I saw now, so that's everything that I'm gonna cover. Let me know what you guys think about these fights. You know, Holloway Poirier 3, Gamrot Klein, Rafael versus fucking Bohemondez. I know you guys don't care about Spivak for the cost, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but you know, let me know what you guys think of these takes and shit, and yeah, hope to see you guys soon, bro. Have a good day. Peace.